Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the season finale of the Straight Line Motorsports Mazda MX5 Cup Championship here live at Brands Hatch Circuit. I'm your host and commentator for today's season finale, SLM RZ, and I am joined once again by my fellow compadre, SLM Viper and Viper. I think that was some of the most absolutely fine racing we have seen all season long. Just about, not even that, like 10 minutes ago, I think we're setting ourselves up for a very extremely dicey championship
I was
finale.
going to say, that was a very, very tense scrap between James Head and Palmer there. Just unbelievable racecraft from those two young drivers there. And they, you know, that was a race that Palmer absolutely needed to win. It looked like at times when James Head was just going to come climbing back, but you know, mistakes from James Head as well. Yeah, small mistakes, but you know, Palmer never gave up. So
yeah, as you saw on the live stream from Palmer's point of view, he had an absolutely crucial error that he made. Of course, of course, he made a crucial corner cut right at the end, and now at the moment, as it stands, the championship is only separated just by 7 points now. So let me just confirm the map, just to make sure I'm on the right side of things here for the most part. So I'm just checking right now before we get the chance to go to qualifying. Excuse me. So let me just post up the stream link. So as it stands right now, with that race win, James Head with 363 gets 18 points on the board. 363 plus 18 gets 381. Squeeze in the lead with 381. 349 for Palmer with 25 on the race win. He's at 374 right now. 363 plus 18, yes, 381. So these two are only separated by 7 points now. So this can absolutely go anywhere. As a matter of fact, right now, if the same results happen as they would, if Palmer would beat James Head in, once again, like in the same race scenario where we had the first race, there was a good chance that they could tie on points and would go down to race wins, because now, as it stands, James Head would have the way with 8 race wins. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 race wins for James Head. So and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 7. So as a matter of fact, it's 8 wins to 7 for SLM, Palmer, and James Head. So if actually, as a matter of fact, if Palmer actually does win this race and James Head comes home second, they will actually tie each other on race points and on race wins, which would absolutely be amazing.
Now
and
see,
be a force to be reckoned with.
Now see, here's the thing. It's going to come down to whoever has the faster lap, though, because that'll make the difference.
Oh, that will make
because it could the whole championship can mean the fastest lap.
And there is also that extra crucial bonus point for the fastest lap as well. So even then, that could be a crucial decider within a championship like this.
It's all going to come down to either Palmer or James Head have the faster lap. You know, there's 8 more drivers that they're going to have to worry about snagging that fastest lap now. So it's going to really come down to the wire here in terms of how this championship is going to be handed out here.
Yeah, this is absolutely going to be on 5 threads right now. James Head and Palmer are going to be absolutely on the edge here once again for this season finale, round number 24 of the Straight Line Motorsports Mazda MX5 Cup Championship here live at Brands Hatch Circuit. And obviously there's going to be, this time, no room for error. Because last time by, we did have a couple moments of error between the top 2 drivers and the top 3 and 4 drivers as well. But this time by, there will be no room for error.
Absolutely. And we'll get a car around after turn 1.
What kind of car it is? It is.
Oh,
I think
it's just
right. Yeah, I think it's just parked here for the most part. So where is Palmer? Well, he is in pit lane, which I don't think would be the place where he wants to be, considering the fact that he's going to have to start from the back of the grid. So we'll take a moment and see where he will, how his race will go. There is Elliott F64 as well in for this race. There is McGeedy's, who usually usually don't follow up on for the most part. Of course, gonna try and see the checker flag once again here today. And there is TGIS along with James Head and Bar 27. TGIS, I will say, has really come to life with his racecraft late in the season for the most part. So you can tell he's definitely improved for the most part. Ooh, size moment right there between those two.
Made that look easy, didn't he? Just take that slide look back and just do the initial. Oh, there goes Bar 27. Oh, he's gonna go. Nope, he saved it. What a save right there. Got the rerun swirly there. Oh, little contact there between the two guys and Bar 27 right there. Looks like James has a little bit pace now. TGIS. He did the pits. Yes, he did.
Palmer saying, "Can you wait? I need to move." So that I think that would be a typical Lando Norris saying. Let's be real here. Yeah, I think we're at this point in the championship, like I said, where there's, like I said, absolutely no room for error here as we wait for the race to start, like we said. So I'm just catching up on my typical artifact to news as well.
So for the most part, Doug Barrow, actually no, James Head still has the fastest lap at the moment. We're not going to see any qualifying. It's going to be a reverse grid for the start of this season finale, and our two top drivers are going to start all the way in the back of the grid. So it'll be very, very interesting.
Yeah, Elliot's saying he thinks he's out of the championship. I said, yeah, you are out of the championship. He was well behind, so he's got 337. I think that would be 60 points. He's got that fast lap of the race, so 337 plus 16. Plus 16, yeah, he's well out of the running now. 30 plus points. So he's out of championship running for the most part. As a matter of fact, he still has a chance at second place in the standings. Whoa! What a big moment for TGIF. I don't think we can get a look at that again real quickly.
It's not a race, so we can't.
Sorry, it's my Razor keyboard right there. He's flicked around the
e-brake.
I think he's trying to be Sebastian Vettel. The fellow Kimi Räikkönen lad.
He just came back on the circuit like an idiot.
Lando Stroll.
Lando Stroll.
No, the one meme's like, what is it? Lance Stroll. He just came back on the circuit like an idiot, and then his like race, and this race engineer's like, what do you mean? And he's like, I'll show you. Just cuts right in front of Pierre Gasly. Just like, I'm like, oh my god, what are you guys doing?
Well, we're not at Monza, but we're at Brands Hatch today, so excuse me. There's still alcohol roaming around in my
you don't need to say that, of course.
System from last night.
You don't need not.
So,
you don't need to say that.
We're gonna move on from that. So,
what is Gallagher's guy? Well, I don't think we were able to see him.
Possibly in another.
Yeah, no, he's just gonna just sit out to rejoin. So we will have about 8 people going forward into the race.
That's gonna help out.
Yeah, a little bit quicker. So we'll see how this goes out. About McGeedy's and Hair Razor on the front row. Doug Barr and Doug Barrow running up the fourth grid. TGI is Elliott, James Head, and Palmer with Ryra, unfortunately being 12 white. And I think being restricted from participating in today's final round of the season. So 8 guys will take it to the final bit of the season.
The lights go, and they're off now. So green flag is
someone's got reverse, and it was Doug Barrow. How do you make that mistake up?
Oh man.
We're gonna go look back at that real quickly. Has he put it in reverse?
Yes, he has.
Oh, how do you oh my god, Doug Barrow. How in the world do you mess that up?
Oh man.
And already Palmer quickly getting by the number 7 of James Head. He's going to mean business here today in trying to get this MX5 Cup Championship here today, but he's got 5 more additional vehicles to get by, to get up in front, and one of them he's going to quickly do, and that is going to be at the expense of bar 27.
So now Palmer up in the 5th place here. James Head going to soon follow on by.
Oh, he's quickly going to do that, no problemo. TGIS leading the way. And this is going to be an absolutely interesting thing with McGeedy's up in the front. TGIS
looking to the inside.
Working to the inside, yep.
Too wide.
Oh, too wide. Going to probably make it 3 wide here. Jesse, James, and Meow, that's the name. Into the next corner. Oh, he's going to force McGeedy's a bit wide. TGIS takes the lead of this race.
Moved by the Dutch driver right there.
Yeah, I don't think TGIS could have done probably nothing different right there, because these cars do have a tendency to understeer. But I think you are fighting for the race lead, and usually these cars are aggressive at the beginning of the race. Palmer now getting past Elliott and creating himself a bit of a cushion now. Oh, TGIS! What has happened to him?
Oh man, oh! What has happened?
Oh my God! Oh my goodness!
Big hits. Big hits right
James
there.
Head, was he in the middle of that as well?
No, he's...
Oh my God, 3 wide. No freaking
3 wide. Palmer's...
Oh my God. What happened to TGIS right there?
Oh, just probably lost the rear end.
We'll take a moment. Oh, this is not going to be pleasant.
Then he came back on track and yeah, just
my goodness me,
straight to the door, the door.
Yeah, that might actually have to be looked at right there, real quickly right there. SLM Palmer now urgently back up into the race lead, and this is what he wants, to be in a commanding race lead here. So James Head now going to get on the better of Hair Razor.
On his car around. Turn 1.
There, which car is that? That is McGeedy's once again. So, did he take a bit too much going into turn number 1? Oh, definitely, no question about that.
No.
And so Palmer, Elliott, and James Head, top 3 once again. James Head, ooh, maybe a bit too much going into the corner right there. Elliott once again using as much road as he can without losing a bit too much time. And then you've got the 2 customizers of Hair Razor and Doug Barrow not that far off behind as well. And ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this, we will invite everyone in for our annual get-togethers once again for the end of the season. Oh, Palmer!
A little wide, but he's
a little wide for Palmer, and I think that might have been a bit too much for himself. We'll take a look on board now with Palmer. Oh yeah, took a bit too much grass. Oh, yep, a bit too much right there.
Too much throttle.
Yeah, a bit too much right there. So, going to lose out on a bit of time, but a 5-car battle about to erupt here late in the game.
Oh,
all 3 of those guys
everybody's
go wide.
gone wide. Oh man, these guys are pushing so hard.
Oh, and Palmer now going to think about losing that position to Elliott.
Contact.
Door-by-door contact right there between the top 2. James Head.
Here comes James Head. He's got an incredible run.
James Head with the run of the century right there.
Oh wow. He's gonna try to do 2 positions right here.
Oh, and I think he's gonna easily clear the top 2 guys for the race lead. And James Head.
No, Palmer's come back.
Palmer's still side by side.
Oh, they're gonna try.
They're keeping it clean, but James Head's got to get the run and a pass.
Move.
What a move by James Head for the race lead. You cannot ask for anything more crucial in a championship fight.
That's such an incredible run. Oh, there's a car around on the.
I think that might be McGeedy's, and yeah, it is McGeedy's. And he's just retired from the race, unfortunately. So we'll go back out to 8th place. I can't even look back at McGeedy's. And yeah, it looks like he got a bit wide on the final corner. So we'll come back up to the front of the field once again, where it is Palmer who's quickly gone by for the race lead. So what's happened here?
It's like Palmer.
He's going to be forced a mistake out of Palmer.
No, he was just there.
I think, yeah, it looks like he just got it on the inside, so good bit of clean driving between those 2 drivers. And James Head immediately back up front. What is going on?
Oh, he's pushed. Oh, he was on the grass a little bit. My goodness.
And it looks like James Head quickly got back up for that race lead. We'll take a look back at that real quickly. See what happened right there. Yeah, I think James Head was just... He might have just quickly got on that. This is amazing stuff.
Wow. Right, guys are trading positions, and they're trading paint to go along with it.
And Elliott now, let's take a look at that real quickly as well from the number 4. Elliott with the run, but did he take a bit too much speed?
Looks like Palmer got
Oh!
loose.
Wow, holy moly, you cannot make this up. 8/10 the good now between Palmer and Elliott. And I think bar 27, I'm pretty sure, has just left the race as well. So not good news there for the most part. TGIS with the race lap.
Oh man, that would be just incredible.
A 6-car battle for the lead.
Wait, someone's got a penalty.
And I think that was TGIS, I think, I'm pretty sure. Who is that?
Oh,
That is
it's
gonna be
Elliott.
Elliott. Yep, the bar has left the race.
So now he's gonna have to try and fight off that penalty once again here. But these
Hammers are going a bit wide there as well. Even though Elliott, out of the championship hunt, is still in the contingency on the fact that he wants a race win here for his local home track of Brands Hatch as well.
absolutely.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on this battle because it's not even going to get any easier between these two. We've seen multiple positions to changes so far within the first 7 to 8 minutes of this race. So James Head doing the right thing and still keeping it. Oh,
nice.
All 3 of those guys, like I said, just completely getting it on the grass. I'm losing my voice already. I'm sorry, Palmer. If you're watching this, you were right, man. This is close.
It's close, it's tense, and it's for the championship.
It is for the championship indeed here. Palmer still in hot pursuit of the number 7, but not giving any bit of breathing room here for the championship. It's going to all come down to this race, and this race only. There have been 23 other races in the championship, and it is now going to come down to this race with just about 22.5 minutes to go here. Who will be crowned the 2019-2020 Straight Line Motorsports Mazda MX5 Cup Championship? We can only find out in a short manner's time. Yeah, and also Elliott, as a matter of fact, got that fastest lap of the race. So Elliott really on it here today. He's caught back up here to these 2 guys.
So I think now the
As it stands right now, Palmer will have to get by James Head, and then it would actually tie everything up. All Palmer has to do is just get by James Head, and this championship would all be tied up in terms of race wins and points.
So those are the conclusions of both of these outcomes.
Oh, Palmer, I'm pretty sure, just got 2 wheels up on the ground. We'll take a look at that again real quickly, but I'm pretty sure he just had 2 wheels up. Go on board now with the number 64, and if my numbers are correct, I thought he did, but I thought he did, so that's why I got a little bit excited there to see wheels flying up in the air. Oh, big sideways moment for James Head. Slightly, but sideways is the number 7. Oh, another sideways moment once again. And I think that the 2 Costa Mazdas of Doug Barrow and Harris have dropped off. And I think we're going to have another relay battle for that 4th place spot as well. Harris are into 4th. Doug Barrow in the 5th. And TGIS in 6th. And these 3 guys still not giving each other any bit of breathing room. James Head doing the right thing and keeping that margin. Oh,
Elliott's gone wide! Elliott's gone wide! Oh,
that is not good news for Elliott, who's done so well in the championship, and he's just simply gone wide.
What happened here?
Let's see what's happened right here.
Oh,
you are no way making that work.
Yeah.
You are no way making that work at all, so... And Elliott all the way down to 5th place.
Oh, he's gone wide again.
And he's gone wide again. What? Oh, Elliott, no. And Harris are up in the 3rd place now. That is so unbelievable. Elliott was doing so well, and he's just throwing it away. Elliott serving his penalty now, as a matter of fact, and... Yeah, I think Elliott's day is done. He was in the championship, but I think it's just gone away from him, and it's just drifted away from him ever so slightly. Go back up to the front of the field now, where it's 3 to 4 tenths now between the top 2. James Head and Palmer still not giving each other any bit of breathing room here. And it's going to all come down to the the checker flag in less than 20 minutes time.
It's going to be very interesting to note that if...
James Head getting a bit wide. Palmer now still remaining in close contention.
It's interesting to note that even if this championship punt could still be within 1 point at the end of the 10 minutes, it's interesting to note that if Palmer would finish second, he would need the fastest lap of the race in order to tie this championship.
No, James Head's ahead of Palmer in the championship right now.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Palmer would have to actually just pass James Head to just level on points and race wins. So that's what I'm saying.
So not only does James Head need to...
Well, one of these guys needs to get the fastest lap bonus point, and that would be it for the championship.
So here's the ideal situation. Palmer needs to get in front of James Head and win this race in order to tie the championship. However, if James Head gets second and clinches the fastest lap, he wins the championship.
He does win the championship by 1 point. Yep, by 1 point. Yep,
that's how close it is.
That is absolutely on fine margins right there. Like I said, anything can happen within this championship, ladies and gentlemen. Purple sectors all around, but I think they just seem to lose it at the end of the lap. So we'll see if anyone gets that extra bonus point. Like I said, that is crucial in the late going in the championship. They're really still going on. As a matter of fact, Palmer now is the closest one to that bonus point on that fastest lap.
He's probably going to run here from James Head.
And even if those guys don't even get the fastest lap of the day, we're going to have to see how Elliott is going to go about for this championship here in terms of who is going to get it. So that's going to be very, very interesting.
It's also interesting to note that if Palmer wins the race, not only do they be tied, but if Palmer snags the fastest lap,
he will win it by 1 point.
So it's going to be a three-sided parallelogram. Championship.
James Head on the grass.
James Head.
Yep. Don't fight it.
Somehow kept it.
Just kept that on. Oh my God, James Head, you absolute legend. How do you keep that on the racetrack, my dude?
Palmer had every chance of getting by. Oh no, he was just.
Yeah, I think James Head kept the momentum going, which is absolutely amazing for the most part. So, Palmer now.
He's on the inside.
I think James Head's going to try and force it up if he can. Palmer now going to force it up the inside. Oh, these two side by side. There's a lot of contact between these two.
Oh, James Head.
Still side by side.
Oh, man, what's it going to do here? James Head now is going to have to fight for the outside.
Palmer is going to keep that inside.
He's got to clear him. No, James Head's going to get out in front again.
Yep, James Head's going to have that inside line going for race number 1. How in the world did James Head defend through all of that?
Oh, now Palmer's going to look
at the inside run. What a switchback.
So now Palmer's going to try and get up the inside now.
And does so with ease. So that's Palmer back up into the race lead. And right now, it would put them even in the championship standings.
These guys are riding with a ton of pressure on their shoulders, and they're driving the wheels off things. This is incredible racing right here.
And you can just tell, even the fact that these guys just set their fastest laps a lap ago, each of their last laps was a 1:50. So you can tell these guys are really on it here for the end of this championship.
I think now what they're going to try and do is I know James Head's going to continue to try and push his way back up to the front of the field, but if it comes down to it, these two, if the gap enlarges enough, that fastest lap point's going to try and, James Head just got an incredible run out of the kink right there.
Yeah, that's the thing with these two guys. It seems like James Head has the really good pace, but Palmer just has the really good defense card going into the end of the championship.
So back to what I was saying about the gap. If it even stretches, I think what we're going to see from these two guys is try to beat that fast lap. Because I know the difference between that is going to be crucial. That one fast lap point is going to make the difference with James Head now. He's going to try and force the issue right here. Hang on back there.
Nothing doing there.
Gonna try the switchback.
Yeah, the switchback. I think it might work.
It's
going to be a good work. I think that James Head just pulled the absolute same move that he did on Palmer just one race ago. And And was it the same exact move again? It was, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
So James Head pulling the same exact card.
Twice.
And now it's given him back himself the race lead. So what an interesting bout that this is going on for these two. Oh my God, Palmer, I thought he almost put it a foot wrong there.
So now Palmer is going to try and use the momentum to try and get up to the back bumper to keep himself to James Head through these three right-handers to try and possibly set himself up for that hard left-hander now. James Head defending. Palmer's going to try and get the momentum swing.
Absolutely close and clean racing between these top two guys right out here. And don't count out the Costa Mazdas of Hairraiser and Doug Barrow, because they're even on a champion. They're even on a charge here to get back up to the front of the field, of course.
Absolutely.
And even then, they could throw
Is that a corner cut?
Yeah, I saw one of them have a penalty as well. And even then, even of them getting into the mix here for this race lead, they could throw a really big curveball into this championship mix.
Absolutely. They're going to be working together to try and get up the front of the field right there, to get up to the front of these two right here.
Yeah, and when you just thought it was all set and done between the top two guys, you have two more outliers in the race as well. So these two guys going to have a bit of competition with the Costa Mazdas as well. No fastest laps broken as of yet. Palmer to the inside. Ooh, I thought he was going to try the same exact move that James Head did to Palmer himself.
Having a look.
Oh, a little bit finessey on the brakes, James Head is. But I think he's doing it for the fact that he's just trying to keep it nice and steady between himself and number 24 of Palmer.
For the most part.
And you've got to be thinking to yourself, what an absolute close championship finale this is as well. Oh, someone parked it up at the front, and I think it is Elliott. So let's see here what's happened there.
Oh, TGI.
Oh, TGI, yes, in the background.
Oh, man.
Parks it up.
So Elliott going very slow.
Yeah, very slowly, which is unusual. So take a look back at what's happened there. I think they're just trying to have a race with each other, just to kind of finish it up. Palmer now trying to look to the inside.
Can't do it.
Still nothing. Oh, as a matter of fact, there might be something. Because James Head might have ran a bit too deep into the corner. Gets a bit sideways.
They're trying to use this momentum swing here.
On board with the 24. James Head doing everything right in the textbook just to keep the number 24 at bay.
Wide there for James Head right now. Palmer's going to try and set up for this.
Yeah, and what a race it has been between these two. Just trying to get, you know, there's a lot of words that you can describe what's been this season for the most part, but right now I think we're just going to let things just kind of go their way. Oh, just once again, extremely close, fine thread between these two guys. James Head defending onto the inside once again for turn number 2 against SLM. Palmer.
Trying to switch back.
Palmer's trying to switch back. Side by side, James Head's going to have the inside line for turn number 3. Palmer still behind him. Doug Barrow and Hairraiser switching, so now Doug Barrow I think is going to get the toe. So we could lead charge up to the front of the field. Oh, Palmer, was there going to be a bit of contact right there? I'm not sure if there was.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to tell for the most part.
But now Palmer I'm going to try and have a look to the outside with James Head, trying to set himself up with this right-handed.
Yeah, I think what James Head is trying to do, he's just trying to make it very difficult for Palmer to just really try and pass the number 7, because he knows it could be the really only way for him to win this championship for the most part.
No doubt about it. James Head just been really strong on offense and defense here in this stage of the race here.
And there's only about 10 minutes to go left of the Straight Line Motorsports Mazda MX5 Cup Championship season right there. These two only still separated by 0.2 of a second. Palmer and James Head still close and duking it out.
Oh,
James Head with a little twitch out of the final corner right there.
Looks like he got a little loose right there.
Yeah, a little bit loose. I think he was just trying to save it. James Head on the James Head on the inside, Palmer to the inside. There's just nothing for Palmer that's really working him out right about now.
Like there was a little shot right there.
Yeah, it looked like it for the most part.
They're trying to stay with Paul. With
Yeah,
James
if he could try and force on the outside, he could have something for the next corner. I think he's actually going to do it.
He's got the position.
Yeah, he's got the inside line, and he's going to do it. So a great pass by the number 24 for that race lead with just about 9-ish minutes to go.
So now we're back to square one in terms of the championship decided right here. Now, what's going through James Head's mind right now in terms of how to get by this driver? Because, you know, he's great on offense, great on defense, but somehow, some way, Palmer always finds a way.
Well, you got to think this through. You got to think it through for what James has been doing for the most part. He's already done the switchback into turn 1 twice now. He did it once in race 1, and he's going to possibly do it in race 2. James had going a bit wide there out of that corner, and he can easily find him. He's got the pace, and he can get good exits with these cars because he's been absolutely on it here late in the season. And it's been up to Palmer to try and stop that championship charge if he's able to get it.
Absolutely.
Because if he can able to try and hold on as it stands as is, it will come down to a tie. They will be tied on points, and they will be tied on race wins. Because Palmer would sweep the race weekend. He comes into this weekend with 6 points. He's got his seventh win of the season last time by. And if he can get 8 wins this season today on this race, that would absolutely tie them both on championship performance.
And then it would go down to the fastest lap.
So go down to the fastest lap of the race, which at the moment, I believe, would be SLM Palmer at the moment.
So the faster lap's going to decide this race possibly, but
we're not sure. And even then, we're not even 100% sure how Elliott's going to dictate this in a matter of fact as well. I think
because now he's got the fastest lap now.
Palmer 2/10 up. He's finally got some greens. He's finally got some space to work with here. Yeah, got some clean air to work with. So might we see possibly a personal best going here? Let's take a look at the timings. And as a matter of fact, no improvement. So interestingly, no one's been close enough to that first. He's been breaking second times, but he's been absolutely close here for the most part. We'll see what goes happen. We'll see what happens here as this race goes on. But then we've only got about 7 minutes to go,
10th up,
and this is going to be absolutely dicey.
10th up, sector 3.
Oh, James Head just all of a sudden is now 7 tenths behind. So as a matter of fact, do you think James Head could be going for that fastest lap of the race?
It seems to be that, but now Palmer, he's got the clean air now, so now he can really drive that car to its limits now. He can really take that clean air now.
I think James Head knows that this is going to really come down to fastest lap if it stands as is. So I think James Head is he's just trying to build that gap up a little bit, and if he can get that bonus point on the bonus point of the fastest lap, that would swing the championship in his favor.
Thing was, he got the pole position first race under the slipstream.
That doesn't count for a bonus. That doesn't count for bonus points.
Absolutely. So, but we're gonna go ahead and see here. Palmer can set the fastest lap here today in this race. So we're gonna see now.
Oh, a big run for James Head. Is he gonna try the switch back again, going to turn number 1? Nothing doing there just yet. Ooh, big run coming. Big run coming. Big run coming for James Head. Side by side.
He's gonna try and set up. Now he's going to look through the switchback.
Switchback, but Palmer's got the inside for the next corner. Palmer's going to briefly hold on.
I think he wanted to give that position to James Head because he knew that he could do an overtaking advantage in that
well, if you're Palmer at this rate, you definitely don't want James Head to get on by because you're in the position where you could even outscore James Head for a second race in a row and completely get ahead, tie the championship. If not, get ahead in the championship by just a measly single point.
No doubt about it, but it's going to really come down to if these two drivers can set the fastest.
Oh, James Head just absolutely trying to get the pressure on here today. And I think Palmer, Palmer and James Head, a close separation on their fastest laps of the race. James Head just got it last time by. these guys really want these championships. And this is what prime caliber championship drivers, they want their championship. They want this championship, of course.
Is that a possible corner cut for James?
I don't think it was. It looked close, but I don't think the game... Well, take a look back at that real quick, as a matter of fact, just to make sure on the safe side. No, it looked pretty clean, because in that case, you have to pretty much just cut the curbing as well. So it looks like, in this case, the curbing is part of the circuit in this scenario.
So for right now,
James with a run. Is he going to try the switchback going into turn number 1? Palmer's got to get back close to that racing line.
Doesn't want that same mistake again. But James Head now with the momentum. Big run.
Oh, James Head's going to try and force up the outside.
He knows this next corner is going to be important here.
Yeah, nothing doing yet for James Head. Less than 4 minutes to go left in this race, and anything can go and happen here with just about this matter of time left in the season.
Oh, big slide.
Oh, big slide for
Palmer,
yeah.
On the inside.
He's had to quickly go back to the inside to defend that first place position. So, fair play for Palmer. Oh, is he going to go a bit wide? Oh, and I thought he was.
But he's going to invite James Head with a big momentum run here.
Looking back now to the number 7 of James Head. Stay as close to the inside as you dare. Palmer, James Head moves up to the inside, up to the outside. Good defensive driving by SLM Palmer for the race lead. And this could be absolutely dicey for the final race of the season.
James Head's really pushing that 7 car right now.
You want to know the sense of, like the end is nigh, and it could be absolutely devastating. My heart rate is starting to pump up now.
I was going to say, my heart
rate all of a sudden is just pumping up.
It's going really
good.
good.
I'm getting sweaty.
Yeah, my heart rate's not going to do. James Head over the back over now. 10th and a half is the gap now between these two drivers here.
It's 2 laps to go here at Brands Hatch for the season finale of the Straight Line Motorsports.
Actually,
Mazda MX5 Cup Championship here, and it's going to be the 2 laps of Palmer and James Head's life right here. Who is going to capitalize and keep it going between these two? James Head to the outside.
Palmer going to look.
On board now with, come on, there we go. On board now with the number 7 of James Head. Oh my God, my heart rate's getting really,
my heart rate's really going to the roof.
Oh my God, now I can start to feel it right now.
Oh man.
2 minutes to go left in this race. So these guys,
James Head 20,000 best up now.
Oh, this is going to be insanely close right about
These
that.
guys have to set a faster lap here than Elliott with that 1.969 right there.
Yeah, and that's not an easy lap to break as well, because I think as this race goes on, these tire temps just really start to get colder, and it makes it much more difficult to try and set a fast lap, especially when you're in a battle that feels like an eternity at this rate.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. These two are definitely within range to score a faster lap here.
Yeah, I feel like if you're Palmer or James Head, this has to feel like an absolute eternity right now, and the pressure is absolutely on for these 2 caliber drivers right about here. Oh, James Head
so
on
wide.
the absolute edge of the curbing. Oh, Palmer.
Slide.
James Head on the
moment.
inside. He had to back out of that one.
That was a big mistake right there. Big moment right there for Palmer. Let's see what happens here.
We'll take a look at it here just real quickly. Oh, it's a bit too slow. Looked at it real quickly. Palmer. Oh, there's actually been a contact between the two. Palmer knows it. Palmer knows he's absolutely weak right here. Coming around the final corner for the penultimate time. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to come down to the final lap. The battle for the overall lead and the championship rages on for one more lap. And this is going to be absolutely dicey here for the lead. 7/10 now is the difference between these two. And as it stands right now, these two would tie each other on points and race win. So this is absolutely amazing stuff right now between these two. James Head, actually, I think as a matter of fact, is going to try it for that bonus point to see if that is going to be the maker or breaker for this championship.
If he can come home with that fast lap, he will win the championship by 1 point.
Elliott and TJS mingling it out for the race for 5th and 6th.
So James Head now will try and look to see if he can score the fast lap, because someone here in this top 2 scores the fast lap, that will be the make or break for the championship for either of these drivers.
I'll tell you what, I think when we invite these drivers in, it's going to be absolutely just like everyone's going to be talking it out, obviously, and this is what I love about these get-togethers as well, because it's like, it's been the end of the season, it's a very chaotic season, and it's just like everyone has to start speaking out, because it's absolutely amazing as well. So.
Oh, no doubt about it. Palmer now is just trying to make it home with the checkered flag, while James Head now is going to try and score the fast lap right here.
Oh, was that a corner cut as well for James Head? I'm not sure if it was.
He's on a fast lap.
Yeah, he's on a fast lap at the moment.
Trying to use that momentum run.
Yeah, if James Head gets the fastest lap, I think that's it. It might be championship done.
So
but coming through to the final corner right now, Palmer will lead the way to the checker flag, and he will easily sweep the weekend, tying these two on points. But can James Head break the championship charge? James Head will not get the fastest lap, barely. And Palmer will sweep the weekend here at Brands Hatch. Doug Barrow coming home for P3, getting a podium to the end of the season, and Hairraiser coming home for P4. But SLM Palmer, which I have to give all my due respect for what a race, starting at the back of the grid as well, by the way, and getting an elusive, all-important race win. And CJ, I cannot wait for these podium interviews.
Oh my God! And right now we are tied in the championship standings for the top 2.
It's one of those things where it's like I never thought I would say, but we do have a tie in the championship in terms of race points and race wins.
So for right now, we are going to have to decide how we're going
to have to decide on what Allie's going to do with all of this, because I even have no idea what's going to happen as well.
I have no idea either.
So we'll invite all of our compadres into the party. And oh my God,
that was just a saucy battle to watch right there. Palmer, I got to give him credit right there.
Yeah, you honestly, you cannot give anyone you have to give everyone credit for how they performed here today.
Absolutely.
So I do not know how this is going to go out and about here, but while we wait for everyone else as well to join in the party, we'll start with our podium interviews with Doug Barrow. Doug Barrow, buddy, another podium for you to conclude the season as well. Tell us about your race today, bud.
I'm happy with that. I had a strange start. Don't know what happened. I was revving up, and then as I went to pull away, it dropped into reverse. So that was a strange start.
Yeah, we completely forgot that Doug Barrow even went backwards on the grid start. Was that by accident? I assume. I hope that wasn't on intentional.
It was sitting in first. I'm revving it up, let go of the handbrake, and it dropped into reverse. So no idea. Not a thing.
So a small
First race was a nightmare. I had no grip for most of the race. I just kept going backwards and backwards and backwards. So second race, it sorted itself out.
It looks
not bad.
Yeah, it looks like everything was sorted out for the most part. Of course, another podium finish for you at the end of the season. CG Spiper, do you got any questions for Doug Barrow?
Not really, no.
Not really. All right, so. Doug Barrow, a good day for you to finish the season off and celebrate it with Hairraiser as well, by the way. So, Hairraiser, buddy, 4th place for you as well, behind your teammate. Of course, I usually don't ask about 4 places, but tell us about your season in the MX5 Cup Championship. So a good day for you as well. Of course, you were pretty close to that podium as well, probably because of the fact, let's say Doug Barrow maybe was a bit more on the reverse. Maybe you would have gotten the final podium of the season right there as well. But I think Doug Barrow, the old-timer on the back of his plate, of course, made it work out, was able to get a P3 finish as well. And also we'll move on to our man in second place, James Head. And James Head, of course, once again, same position as race 1. Tell us about your race 2 here as well, and for the end of the season.
It wasn't the result I was expecting, to be honest. I was expecting the win. Just gutted that I didn't get the win. Obviously, no hard feelings to Palmer. I think he drove again his socks off, and full credit to him. But I do believe I'm under the impression that it will go on count back to second places.
Yep. I'm so excited.
And I'm also under the impression that because of that, I think I've won the championship.
Let's take a look at the second places because Palmer, you got your 8th win of the season, and of course, let me see here. Yeah, because 8 wins, another race win, and then tied on points as well, which is absolutely crazy for me to say here in the commentary box. Let's see here. The second place, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What?
Hold on.
Plus 2 tonight.
5, 6. James
race.
said you are the 2019-2020 Mazda MX5 Cup Championship winner!
Well done.
Well done, James.
Confidence was key.
I said on the final lap as well to Palmer that I was going to get the championship, so...
James said, buddy...
But honestly,
James,
full credit to Palmer. I'm going to say this. Full credit to Palmer. He deserves to be called champion, I think, with me. He drove absolutely brilliantly tonight, and I think I've got to give a round of applause for him because he was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Everyone did absolutely great tonight.
Track. And probably one of the best drivers I've driven against, and it is a shame that we can't coax him in for another season.
So a good day for James as well. Palmer, buddy, you drove your heart out, but unfortunately, it just came down to second place finishes. Tell us about your co-championship victory right there.
To be honest, yeah, it's of course very gutting, but you know, I did absolutely everything that I had to do. Yeah, I'm just very happy with how it's gone. You know, like this being my first league, and like my first time sort of driving sort of professionally and racing against such brilliant people. You know, I just want to say thank you to everyone here. Well, I sound like Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone for bringing me, for giving me such a brilliant experience for my first league. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like I said, it's very gutting, but yeah, I mean, congratulations to you, James. You know, it couldn't have gone better to end the season.
And there's one more thing that I have to address. James said, buddy, you said you would win the championship. You have to make an announcement, buddy. So, James said, announcement time.
Well, I know people have probably been thinking to themselves, well, James is going to be leaving at the end of the season and everything is going to be fine and dandy. You can think again, because I'm not going to be leaving SLM. I will be, in fact, staying for the next season.
Woohoo! James Head making the return as Mazda MX5 Cup champion in our Ferrari World Challenge Series. And of course, Palmer's not even on the track, by the way, just letting everyone know. So,
What? Back out!
back out. Back out.
Are you crying?
I don't know who's crying. It's
goodness,
either Palmer because he didn't win the championship, or because James
said
Head
because he
has won the championship.
And also, we'll get our word from Elliot, which, Elliot, I think, are you in the party, Elliot? I'm pretty sure you are.
Yes, that was me. That was me. What?
It was me. What? It was me.
Me, you what? Elliot, buddy, of course, the championship I don't think went your way at the finale. Tell us about how the set of races went for you as well today.
Yeah, it was alright. Podium in the first race. Distractions in the second. Me and Tice then had a good little scrap at the back. He had quite a mare at one point, so I thought I'd wait up for it.
Where? Fire.
Oh, yeah. What? Eh?
But no, I think overall, great championship, great set of races, and couldn't have done it with a better bunch of guys.
Yeah, what an absolutely like amazing set of races for me to commentate on as well. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, what an absolute honor it's been for me, and for on some couple occasions for Viper as well to commentate as well on the MX5 Cup Championship as well. And also, ladies and gentlemen, what an absolute honor it has been for me to come to you every single weekend for like probably the last 24, 25 race weekends, probably half the year or something like that. Oh, I don't remember, but half the year commentating and giving you guys an absolute experience on the track. Sometimes losing my voice, which is expected, calling people Lando Norris, giving people the commentator's curse. There have been quite the memes on the track and off the track as well. But ladies and gentlemen, what an absolute honor it was for me to come here and just give you guys what an experience of commentating for you guys on the track as well. Give me the podium interviews, and together we come by for one last time and we give the final salute. James Head leading the way with the championship. Palmer in a hard-fought second place. Elliott in third.
I'm trying to get there.
Elliott speeded up. Hairraiser in fourth. Hairraiser fourth. TGIS fifth, and Doug Barrow sixth. At the end of the season. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think Doug Barrow might have just beaten TGIS for fifth in the standings, actually.
They go that way.
I can tell you though, Tice is absolutely gutted about that.
Bless him.
I don't think Kimi Räikkönen's in the party as well, by the way. Yeah, so Palmer, can we get the Iceman Kimi Räikkönen in the party after the race?
Yes. I'll see what I can do. He's flashing his lights at me.
Hasn't gone well.
So we'll look at the back.
He's just having fun at this rate.
James Head's got to do the donuts. He's got to do the donuts.
Oh, I can't do donuts in these cars. Jesus Christ.
You can.
Turn up the TC.
TC's already off.
Palmer up to the inside for one final time. TGI is going to go to the outside. They're going to come in 3 wide for the race finish. TGIS is going to get his third win of the season. He's completely dumped him, and he's completely dumped him. And it's an absolute shit show on the front stretch. Sorry to go un-PG for like 2 seconds. Donuts galore. Elliott absolutely smoking the heck out of the rear tires. James, I told you could smoke the rear tires in these cars. Y'all gotta get to the line, or you're also gonna DNF.
Here comes Elliott.
Elliott's gonna finish. Elliott's gonna take the P3 finish here right at the line. Hairraiser's gonna pump him. No, just barely.
Didn't even finish.
Think about it.
Barely.
Ah, yes, there's the Iceman who's just joined the party.
James Head, there's the championship.
There
To be
is the
fair, we're
championship.
talking about ice cream.
I won the championship.
Clean race bonus.
All bow down to me.
Consecutive clean race bonus.
Your master. I am your master now.
Wait, that's weird because the race I did before that
Was not
was
really
the actual race, and I picked up penalties.
Alright.
And so we'll go for one more time on the field. TGIS, the Iceman. Welcome to the party, by the way.
Yeah.
So TGIS, it looked like you had a friend for that last race as well. By the way, tell us about your races.
Well, I was leading, then I just clipped the grass, and it just like the car completely went, which is quite weird because like every other car would go on the grass just completely saved it.
Yeah,
And then someone else just came across and completely T-boned him.
Yeah, it looked like you took a bit too much. Going into one of the corners. So I don't think that might have been intentional, of course. But of course, race incidents do happen for the most part. But of course, today, like I said, so. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that should wrap it up for the 2019-2020 Straight Line Motorsports Mazda MX5 Cup Championship, and for the 2019-2020 Straight Line Motorsports racing season from 2019 to 2020. We will be back soon for our Ferrari World Challenge Multi-Class Series. Ferrari 4x8 GT3s and GT4s will be on all hands on deck for the mid-engine competitor, and I'm really looking forward to that one as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, of course, like I said, it's been an absolute honor for me to commentate for you the MX5 Cup Championships, which has been an absolutely crazy 24 crazy amount of races, and it's been an absolute honor for me to be here for the last 25 weeks, to be here commentating for the straight GT3s and the MX5 Cup Championships. Oh my god, TGIS! And you somehow made the corner, which is bizarre, because I've seen that all.
Not even a penalty, which is like the worst.
Yeah. And James said trying to do the donuts. He completely missed him. So. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys got anything to say in the party as well, please you can state your claim as well. Of course, we are at the end of the season. Of course.
Nearly, James, nearly.
Yeah, I would just like to jump in and say thanks to the admin team for their hard work with both the GT3 and Mazda MX5 Cup Championships. I'd like to thank Palmer for his work. Sad to see him go, but it's less competition for me. And so I'd like to thank you and your brother CJ for joint commentary as well for both championships as well.
Now that
and thanks drivers.
Yeah. Congratulations to everyone who was able to finish the season off strong as well. But like I said, an absolutely fine finale to the season. I was completely not expecting the championship to go just right to the end, tie on points, tie on first, and went all the way down to second places as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy today's set of races, please leave a like, please leave a comment, and if you're so inclined to follow up on our Ferrari World Challenge series, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on that notification bell so you do not miss any of the live streams as well. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy the race, I've been the host and commentator for today's set of races, SLM_RDZ, along with SLM, and we'll see you guys soon for our Ferrari Challenge World Series.